Hey, how's it going, guys? And today is the 4th of July, celebrating America's 250th birthday. The freedom in this country is just amazing. And 1776 was the first year that America was born on this date. And it's been alive for this long, and just thank the Lord. And America is a great country, and I'm lucky to be living in it. It's a blessing. Welcome back to All About Indy, the RacerHistorian, and today we will talk about the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio. We have some crazy news, we will get onto it later, but it is insane, crazy, silly season news coming up shortly. But anyways, let's get into our Practice 1 results. Will Power was at the top, Kyle Kirkwood was second, Alex Palou was third. In the top 10, Christian Lundgaard, Pato Award, Rinus VeeKay, Nolan Siegel, Marcus Ericsson, Joseph Newgarden, and David Malukas. Top 20, Kiffin Simpson, Felix Rosenqvist, Scott McLaughlin, Christian Rasmussen, Scott Dixon, Graham Rahal, Alexander Rossi, Kyle Collette, Stingray Robb, and Santino Ferrucci. In the final 5, Louis Foster, Mick Schumacher, Dennis Hauger, Marcus Armstrong, and Romain Grosjean. Practice 2, Christian Lundgaard was at the top, Louis Foster was second, Kyle Kirkwood was third. In the top 10, David Malukas, Alexander Rossi, Alex Palou, Pato Award, Scott McLaughlin, Will Power, and Felix Rosenqvist. Top 20, Joseph Newgarden, Kiffin Simpson, Marcus Ericsson, Nolan Siegel, Stingray Robb, Graham Rahal, Christian Rasmussen, Rinus VeeKay, Mick Schumacher, and Kyle Collette. In the final 5, Marcus Armstrong, Scott Dixon, Santino Ferrucci, Romain Grosjean, and Dennis Hauger. Let's get our qualifying results. The streak of Alex Palou poles, it's over. Palou did not get the pole today. Who got the pole today? It is Christian Lundgaard on pole. His teammate, Pato Award from Aaron McLaren, starts alongside him in row 1. Row 2, Will Power and David Malukas. Row 3, Christian Rasmussen and Rinus VeeKay. Row 4, Marcus Ericsson and Alex Palou. Row 5, Joseph Newgarden and Kyle Kirkwood. Row 6, Kyle Collette and Graham Rahal. Row 7, Felix Rosenqvist and Stingray Robb. Row 8, Nolan Siegel and Mick Schumacher. Row 9, Scott McLaughlin and Alexander Rossi. Row 10, Louis Foster and Kiffin Simpson. Row 11, Romain Grosjean and Santino Ferrucci. Row 12, Scott Dixon and Marcus Armstrong. In row 13, Dennis Hauger. Now, another doubleheader for Indy next at Mid-Ohio. Race 1 was today. Practice results and qualifying for Race 1 were in the posts, so you can look at those. But let's go to our Race 2 qualifying results. Enzo Fittipaldi is on pole again. Alessandro De Tolio starts like him in row 1. Row 2, Jack Beaton and Tim McCarchick. Row 3, Nikita Johnson and Josh Pearson. Row 4, Max Garcia and Salvador de Alba. Row 5, James Correa and Max Taylor. Row 6, Lockie Hughes and Niels Colin. Row 7, Jordan Missick and Matteo Nini. Row 8, Bryce Aaron and Seb Murray. Row 9, Alexander Kariba and Nicholas Staddy. Row 10, Nicholas Montero and Owen Aller. Row 11, Colin Kaminsky and James Rowe. And row 12, Miles Rowe and Carson Etter. Look at our odds for the Honda Indy 200 in Mid-Ohio. Top 10, this is from the spread, so it's kind of a new website we're using for some odds. But the top 10 is Alex Palou, Christian Lundgaard, David Malukas, Kyle Kirkwood, Pato Award, Scott McLaughlin, Marcus Armstrong, Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden, and Will Power. Palou is obviously a good choice to win. Lundgaard is good on road courses, really good. Malukas has been very consistent this season, just on any track. Dixon is the king of Mid-Ohio, but has had some struggles this season. So I think anyone could win it here, but if I had to guess, I think it's between Palou and Lundgaard. I'm going to go with Palou in this one. But let's go to our racing highlights. This is for Race 2 of the Indy Next Grand Prix at Road America.
Indy Next by Firestone Championship from
and
Road America.
Race 2 of the Indy Next Grand Prix at Road
gets
America.
The jump. Johnson will tuck in, trying to get the big draft down into turn 1. They fan out. They're 3 wide back in the pack. Johnson gets through in second. It's side by side as Matteo Nannini in that gold car is trying to get around into third place.
Nikita Johnson right behind there in second. And Matteo Nannini
Jack
takes
Beaton
third.
did not get the jump he wanted. Oh no, we got
a lot of cars off track.
Yesterday's
That's Josh Pearson.
Time finisher on the podium.
We have some more. I believe that was
Pearson,
Lockie Hughes.
Second, is off. We stay green. Does everyone continue
green.
to roll?
Here's Johnson on the outside of Titolio.
Johnson trying to go around the outside.
Can Johnson get on the outside? No, he can't.
Back, that's Enzo Fittipaldi.
And look at that pass. Enzo Fittipaldi, Miles Rowe, Max Taylor in that three-way battle for fourth.
The hill. Here it is
Look
again.
at the replay here.
Lockie Hughes just looked like he got a little bit out of control into the side of Jack Beaton.
Hughes, Pearson, James Correa, and I think it's Jack Beaton that went off track. Lap 2.
And the two teammates.
We have a battle for second. The teammates. K
Motorsports.
Powered by ECR. Nikita Johnson slides. Nannini's on the inside of Nikita Johnson. And Nannini gets around Johnson. Lap 3.
The leader, and
Josh
that's
Pearson out of the pits.
It's going to come out right
Alessandro
in front of
still in the
him,
lead.
hoping for a caution.
Battle between the teammates at Motorsports,
lap,
Miles Rowe and Max Garcia.
The tail end of the field. Those are teammates.
Rowe stays ahead of Garcia.
Battling throughout the year. Max Garcia is
now
looking
Garcia
at
goes
the
in the inside
of Miles Rowe, and they almost
it.
make contact again.
Lap 6.
Oh, and that's James Rowe.
We got a car in the gravel. That's James Rowe.
What did happen to James Rowe? Is he battling? He's off in the distance. We see the tail end of that.
Yeah, not sure how he got so far out there, if I'm honest.
So that does bring out the caution.
Alessandro De Tullio
back to
with
green.
another good jump. Nikita
Johnson
there in third as a run. Max Taylor is trying to defend.
Tim McCarchick trying to get around Max Taylor.
Outside. That's the battle. Back there for
and Karchik on the outside gets around Taylor.
Another position. Timmy Kachow is on the move. And now he's looking to get Nikita
Johnson. And now he's trying to go on the outside of Nikita Johnson.
Outside. Taylor's still
but
there
he can't
fighting.
do it there.
That's third, fourth, and fifth. Meanwhile, great restart for De Tullio.
And this group are still battling.
And now
Karchik going to the outside.
Big lockup there from Max Taylor as well.
There was a lockup from Max Taylor, and Karchik kind of goes off track there.
It's easy to try to go side by side there, but the driver on the inside always has the power move.
Taylor goes by, Fittipaldi goes by.
He lost at least two, and he's still getting shoved to the outside and dropping like a rock.
Boy, he must have lost over 5 positions in 2 corners. It's momentum game here. We've seen a big lockup from the Alba.
And Bryce Aaron
still managed to keep
little
it
shovel
on
track
the track.
by Salvador de Alba.
Bryce Aaron has his break.
10 laps to go.
It's momentum game, Kev. We lose a spot, then you're playing defense, and we are seeing Timmy Kachow send it up the inside. Can he hold it on the exit? Looks like Miles Rowe's going to do the undercut again into 6.
Rowe has the preferred position here. They'll stay side by side. Kaminsky will think about trying to take advantage of that. So Rowe does prevail there. After Karchik had it for just a moment.
7 laps to go. We got a battle for fourth. Here comes Tim McCarchick.
And we are watching the battle between Karchik and Taylor. Kind of get a bit spicy here.
Get around.
This is for fourth right here. He's going to try to switch
get
back
right there, but now he's going to go for a little switchback. Taylor
to maintain
tries
that position.
to be defensive here against Karchik, but Karchik takes fourth from Max Taylor. 5 laps to go.
Since the restart, he hasn't had that same space. And that's Seb Murray trying to make a move around the outside.
6th there. Ends up Fittipaldi on the inside of Seb Murray. Fittipaldi gets around.
Fittipaldi maintains the spot.
And here comes Jack Beaton on Seb Murray. He takes 7th from Murray.
Jack Beaton picks up another spot.
Very smart there. He used all the chaos, all the weaving, the side-by-side activity just to put himself in the right position to make one step forward, and now he's got enough of a gap to.
And here comes Enzo Fittipaldi on the outside of Max Taylor. Fittipaldi gets around.
14 cars today in his recovery drive. Max Taylor working on Fittipaldi.
4 laps to go.
We're down.
Battle for third. Last spot on the podium. Tim McCarchick gets around Nikita Johnson.
Attack, and Karchik has picked up another spot. He's up to third. If there was a caution that would come out in time for a restart, Karchik might have the pace to win this race.
He just set the fastest lap again. And Colin Kaminsky with a huge shunt going into turn 1.
He's got some damage to his car.
Oh, it was such
and that for sure will bring out the caution.
Meanwhile,
Jack Beaton gets around Max Taylor just in the nick of time to take 6th.
Beaton got Taylor. So what happened? We see already Beaton is making a move on Taylor. And Kaminsky is trying to get around Murray back there.
That was very strange. I don't know what happened right there.
So that's a situation where the car in front is defending, and the car in front looked like they were just staying right next to the wall on the inside, but Kaminsky does not want to lose his momentum, so he's trying to pop out at the exact right time, and he just mistimed it.
Two laps to go. Back to green. Battle. Alessandro De Tullio. Matteo Nini. Tim McCarchick. Nikita Johnson.
The white flag. Alessandro De Tullio
trying to get his championship. The white flag. 1 more lap to go.
4 miles remaining in Road America. Championship in play. 4 of the top 5 are rookies. Nikita Johnson back there in 4th is the points leader. No change to the top 5.
And there's Jack Beaton.
Miles Rowe and Jack Beaton.
And Miles Rowe
going side by side. It is a strong restart for De Tullio.
And it ends up Fittipaldi on the outside. Max Taylor for 5th. Fittipaldi gets around.
A lot of beating and banging there between Miles Rowe and Jack Beaton. Somehow Jack managed to keep that car under control.
Seb Murray went off through the grass. We'll see if that causes him to lose significant spots. Battle might be back there not only for 2nd, but also for 5th.
And now look at this.
Max Taylor was on the defensive. Now he is able to attack since his tires got cooled down a little bit.
Fittipaldi got a spot, but now Taylor is fighting back.
And now Taylor
in the pink and black car got him back.
Taylor gets around.
Now up the hill.
And here they come. Up the hill, the checkered flag. Alessandro De Tullio gets a 2nd career win of the season. He's going to do it race 2 at Road America.
The Tullio wins at Road America. Nannini hangs on for 2nd. Kaharchik charges from 16th all the way up to 3rd. That all in Max Taylor.
So at the end, Max Taylor
big for his championship hopes.
Got off the track. Well, unfortunately, we thought Alessandro De Tullio won the race. But Indy Next announced at the end of the race that the AJ Foyt cars of Nicolas Montero in the 4 and Alessandro De Tullio in the 14 have both been disqualified. They were in violation of Rule 15.1.3. Tires are assigned to a specific entrant and may not be sold, traded, or otherwise reassigned, given or transferred to any other entrant. Or 112.2. For doubleheader race events, each entrant is required to start one of the 2 races on the same set of tires used during qualifications. So neither points were awarded for both Foyt cars, which means Matteo Nannini is the winner of the race. Tim Kaharchik will get 2nd, and Nikita Johnson will get 3rd. So now let's look at our race results for race 2 at Road America. As we've announced the top 3, Matteo Nannini is the winner. Tim Kaharchik gets 2nd, Nikita Johnson gets 3rd. Top 10, Enzo Fittipaldi, Miles Rowe, Jack Beaton, J.M. Correa, Salvador D'Alba, Niels Cullen, and Bryce Aaron. Top 20, Ricardo Escoto, Nicholas Staddy, Carson Eder, Alexander Kariba, Seb Murray, Jordan Missick, Max Taylor, Max Garcia, James Rowe, and Lockie Hughes. And the final 4, Colin Kaminsky in 21st with contact. Josh Pearson retired from the race after going off track in 22nd. And obviously both Foyt cars disqualified. De Tullio 23rd, Montero 24th. Alex Pillow and David Malukas in the front row. And the green flag waves in the air at Road America. And look at Marcus Armstrong.
And look at Armstrong up and on the inside of David Malukas, forcing the issue straight down.
Christian Lundgaard gets in the back of Scott Dixon. Lundgaard's got damage.
Barges his way past Malukas, who runs wide along with Scott McLaughlin.
And Armstrong goes to 2nd.
Off, and I think that is Christian Lundgaard, who has damage to his front wing.
And that's David Malukas falling another position back as Rosenquist gets on the inside.
Car off track there.
I think that was Will Power dropping the wheels on the exit there. That's going to hurt his momentum on this run down to 5. Huge opportunity.
And now battle for 3rd, David Malukas trying to get around Felix Rosenquist on the inside.
Deep on the brakes goes David Malukas, the young American, making it work on the Indy 500 winner, Felix Rosenquist. Now Rosenquist
now back on the inside of David Malukas.
Side by side under the bridge.
Rosenquist loses there. Malukas takes 3rd. Rosenquist 4th.
Puts the power down.
On board with David Malukas. Here's a replay here of what happened. Looks like Christian Lundgaard got into the back of Scott
in the
Dixon.
orange and blue Ganassi ahead of him.
Here's on board with Christian
Watch that
Lundgaard.
front right.
Well, watch Scott Dixon move over to defend there.
So you can see it both ways where Lundgaard got into Dixon, or Dixon was in Lundgaard's way.
Here we go.
But here's lap 12. Felix Rosenquist gets around David Malukas and takes 3rd.
Finally on those hard tires.
I was watching David Malukas the last couple laps really struggle to hang on to his Verizon car. The back end on those soft tires just all over the place.
Lap 14.
Issues here for Romain Grosjean.
Dennis Albert pulls out in front of Christian Rasmussen. That is very risky and dangerous. Rasmussen does get around Will Power now, gets around Dennis Hauger. Lap 15. The tire off. It's Romain Grosjean, and the caution is out.
Coming out of pit lane. Must be a full course caution.
Full course caution is out.
Lap 18.
Felix Rosenquist is currently leading, and this is how it all played out. Full course caution comes out, and Rosenquist has taken service and leaves pit
right there.
lane.
Gets out of the pits.
Alex Pillow passes him on track. But critically, this is the angle.
That
is the line by which the order is taken. Rosenquist crosses it, then Pillow comes through behind.
When he crossed the pit lane, and
Rosenqvist, the only driver in the top 10 on the soft
and here we
tire.
go. We're going back to green. Road America. Felix Rosenqvist in the lead. Alex Pillow second. Marcus Ericsson
nice
third.
Launch off of 14. Looks like a Ward.
Armstrong having to defend from a
Armstrong
Ward.
defending from a Ward.
Here comes Alexander Rossi taking a look at Graham Rahal.
And remember, guys, push to pass active on the restart. Contact.
Graham Rahal and Alexander Rossi. Lap 29.
This puts Felix Rosenqvist on the hot coals. He needs a wicked fast lap, and I think he should pit to cover. But wait a second. We are hearing a rare mistake from the number 10.
Pit lane speed limit violation for your championship leader, Alex Palou.
It's a pit lane speeding violation for Alex Palou.
Wide open.
Lap 30.
Oh,
it's Christian Rasmussen.
And that is slow. Oh, if he doesn't get going quick, this could come.
Rasmussen might
cause a yellow. That would close the pit lane.
Rosenqvist.
Before Rosenqvist gets there,
he's coming to 14. Rosenqvist is
and the caution's out.
Caution closed. That helps Alex Palou big time.
On board for Rosenqvist, and that is not good.
Has to stay out.
Rosenqvist. Lap 33.
There's the green
back to green. Marcus Armstrong's in the lead. David second. Alexander Rossi third.
Rahal has to defend from Simpson. Schumacher, big lock up and almost.
That's Mick Schumacher and Romain Grosjean.
Nice save, though. Good ability to get off that brake pedal. Now Grosjean
defending
goes by against Ericsson. Outside of three is a tough place to pull it off.
Stays ahead of Marcus Ericsson. On board with Marcus Ericsson.
Already through, and this is what we've been talking about from lap 1.
Here comes Ericsson.
If you have a mistake or a squirrely moment in one corner, it's not just one place you lose. It's 2, 3, 4, and look at how aggressive Palou is. Taking a look at the back of Louis Armstrong. Somehow Alex Palou, from looking like he would be at the back of this field, as Grosjean and Ericsson run wide. And Ericsson throws it all away.
Off the
track. You got to know who you're racing. There was a 0% chance Grosjean was going to let him hang.
Oh, he makes contact with Scott McLaughlin.
Not what Marcus Ericsson needed, not what he should have done.
On board with Marcus Ericsson.
Schumacher's not done.
And now look at this. Mick Schumacher gets around Felix Rosenqvist for 9th. And Rosenqvist loses it.
He's almost
off. He was really wide right there. Grosjean goes by. The McLarens of Lundgaard, Siegel go by. McLaughlin goes by. Kyle Kirkwood goes by.
It's 5, it's 6.
Moving.
Dropping like a stone.
He's losing positions there. Fritchie Ericsson goes by. So is Collette. 18 laps to go.
Folks. This isn't over as Palou makes the move.
And now Alex Palou on the inside. Gets around Power with a switch up on Palou.
Tries to keep it side by side. Tries to take that place back.
And they make a little contact with Power. Gets around Palou and looks like the front wing
damage for Palou.
It looked light to the right front wing of Alex Palou. Hopefully no damage there, and he has a huge run right back on Power, and Power being very, very defensive.
Going on the outside of turn 5 doesn't always work, but Palou has enough of a late braking move. Can he slow it down? Yes, man, he is absolutely determined to clear the 26.
Wow.
13 laps to go.
And here we go. There is Armstrong, Malukas behind him. Where are the other cars? Armstrong has maintained that lead.
Who had that front wing damage.
But this battle will continue as Siegel comes out and tries to get ahead of Kiffin Simpson. Simpson gets around.
Palou runs off track from Siegel.
Over to very wide, bounces over the curbs.
He was not over.
Almost red one.
Oh my word.
10 laps to go.
The tires go on. It's a fresh set of sticker reds for Christian Lundgaard. That's a very clean stop for Lundgaard.
That's a good stop.
Let's see where he exits in relation to Armstrong, in relation to Malukas, in relation to Rahal. Can he take this fight to them for the win? Look to the right. There's Armstrong. On your left is Lundgaard. He'll punch it now. Armstrong will get ahead, but Lundgaard should exit. Possibly second, possibly third. It is second, and the fight is on for the win.
Except David Malukas on hot tires here, and this will be a handful for Lundgaard as they head to turn 5. Malukas needs a great exit.
Way wide at turn 3 for Christian Lundgaard. Both drivers have about the same number of push to pass seconds remaining. It was 30 coming off of turn 3.
Goes off on the grass.
And Lucas is almost off.
Malukas
2 wheels on the
and
grass
Malukas gets
to
by
force the
Lundgaard
issue.
and takes
He'll make his
second.
way through, but Lundgaard will have the better tires.
7 laps to go.
Look at Lundgaard.
Here comes
Soft
Christian
tires,
Lundgaard. David
full
Malukas
fuel, about to make a move on Malukas.
Have to go the long way round, late on the brakes.
And Lundgaard
has it covered.
but
Lundgaard will get on the power early and have the run up the hill. Will have the inside line. Will have the position.
Take second. 4 laps to go.
And look
He
at
is
this.
caught up to Marcus
Look
Armstrong.
at this. Does Armstrong have a problem?
Yes,
He must have a problem.
Yeah, that's not a mistake. I mean, unless it was a massive mistake.
You can hear it.
You can hear it.
It sounds
Oh no,
wrong.
and it's an engine problem for Marcus Armstrong.
And
Christian
Lundgaard
Lundgaard goes by,
has the
takes the
lead.
lead of the
Got
race.
to be kidding me.
Oh no. 3 laps to go.
Blown up.
You can see
Oh, it's gone. It's
And
gone.
Armstrong's engine
It's
has
gone.
blown up.
And
Lucas goes by.
Copy that.
Oh,
And the
it's
caution's
not over
out.
yet then with 3 to go.
2 laps to go.
Over the top of the hill.
White flag
Down
is
the
in
other
the
side and
air.
into turn 1. Rahal defending from
Christian
Power.
Lundgaard is there in
Malukas
first.
is
David
right
Lucas is
with
second.
Christian
And Will
Lundgaard,
Power takes
and
third
Power
from
gets
Graham
third.
Rahal.
Leading them up the hill.
We got to spin.
Oh, we gotta spin. It's Nolan
around in
Siegel.
turn 5. We stay green. The
Everyone
race
avoids him.
avoids
We
him.
stay green.
Everyone somehow avoids him. The race continues up front. Rosenquist fighting with McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to make his way past Rossi, but up at the front, Malukas is down to 0. Push
Oh, Will
past
Power
second.
goes wide.
Power
Rahal
runs
goes
wide.
by.
Rahal runs through.
Rahal takes third.
That podium
Kiffin
streak
Simpson is
on
right
and
there.
off continues as Power now being hounded by Kiffin Simpson.
And Power will have dirty tires here, desperately trying to clean them up through the
But Will
fastest corner
Power
on the
is
track.
getting
right
closer
here,
to Graham
the king.
Rahal.
Meanwhile,
On
for
board
Graham
with Will
Rahal,
Power.
maybe another podium,
Power's
but
on the
here
top.
comes Power.
Here comes
He's on the
Power.
bottom. He's pushing that push to pass.
Power
He's right with him.
outside of
He'll have
Rahal.
to go around the outside.
Rahal turns into Power.
Correct.
Rahal's around.
Rahal's into
Oh,
the
it's a
wall
wreck
and out.
for Graham Rahal, and the
Full
caution's
course
out,
caution has to come out here.
and it's over.
But it's Lundgaard.
What a
Lundgaard
comeback
who will
from
record
this man
his
on
second
lap
victory
1. Front
on road
wing
courses
damage.
this year. He is
Made contact with
the
Scott
man
Dixon.
on road courses.
And as he goes
The
up the hill,
absolute
Christian
king
Lundgaard,
of the road course, in
master,
2026,
on board
a
with Fox
second
Driver's Eye,
and
wins
2
it at Road
victories
America.
from last place at the end of lap 1. Lundgaard brings home the win.
How did we do that? You know, it's worth it to think in it.
What a drive from Christian Lundgaard. So here's your race results for the XPEL Grand Prix Road America. Christian Lundgaard with an amazing comeback wins. Dave Malukas takes second, Will Power takes third. Top 10, Kiffin Simpson, Alex Palou, Alexander Rossi, Scott McLaughlin, Felix Rosenquist, Santino Ferrucci, and Kyle Kirkwood. Top 20, Scott Dixon, Pato Award, Marcus Ericsson, Libby Foster, Romain Grosjean, Kyle Collette, Mick Schumacher, Renus Fike, Stinger Robb, and Dennis Hauger. In the final 5, Nolan Siegel, Joseph Newgarden, Graham Rahal does not finish the race with the crash on the last lap. Marcus Armstrong with a mechanical issue, unfortunately, did amazing near the end of the race, but the engine issue, not enough for him, finishes 24th. And Christian Rasmussen, with his own mechanical issue, finishes in last place. Let's now look at our highlights for race 1 of the NX Grand Prix at Mid-Ohio earlier today. Here we
America,
go.
let's celebrate.
Enzo Fittipaldi
with future
on pole,
stars
green
of
flags in the air,
IndyCar.
race 1
Let's
at
go
Mid-Ohio.
for Mid-Ohio. They'll fan out behind the pole sitter at least.
Salvador
4
D'Alba
wide.
starts second.
Fittipaldi
Here
leading
comes
into
Jack
turn
Beaton
1.
on the inside
side
of
by
D'Alba.
side as D'Alba tries to sweep. Now has the inside. Fighting Beaton, still side by side for seconds.
Great move from Jack Beaton there to hang around the
Jack
outside.
Beaton
and
gets
then
around
hit the
Salvador
inside for the
D'Alba.
next turn. That's such a great move there at the start.
Side by side for the two.
And now look at this, about for
21 is the
fifth. Lockie
championship
Hughes,
leader,
now Sanders
Nikita
Toledo.
Johnson.
And there's Max Taylor
also
going off the
still in
track.
title fight, is taking a run through the kitty litter in the sand. He'll continue.
Taylor's
He'll
still
fall
going.
all the way to last.
But really unfortunate for
Don't
the
you just get
28.
the sense that that has been Max Taylor's season? Something good happening, then immediately followed.
And now look
by
at this,
something
Tim Kowarczyk
kinda
and Lockie
negative. But then
Hughes.
you see Lockie Hughes and Temika Harcek going to battle. Lockie going to try and roll the outside in 5.
And
And if he can
Kowarczyk
keep,
keeps the
he'll
spot.
have the inside at the next corner, a little lockup. Not able to make that move. Kaharchik hangs on to 4th right here.
Oh, we got a car.
It's
going
Nicholas
slow.
Staddy.
Nicholas Staddy of Cusick Morgan Motorsports.
It's slow on the track.
Let's see if it brings out the caution. It has still stayed green for the moment. Can Staddy get
So
it
we're
going
still green.
again?
Oh, Staddy stopped, and
He
that has to bring
stopped.
up the caution.
Still green, but when they catch up to him,
I'm full coin
Now
yellow.
the caution's come
he's
out.
Full
at
coin
the
yellow.
exit of turn 2, headed towards the kink. So unfortunate for Staddy. HMD top
Here we
4
go.
all
Back
running
to
together.
green.
And
Enzo
let's go
Fittipaldi
again
in
for
first. Jack Beaton
Mid-Ohio.
second. Salvador D'Alba third.
This is a very difficult place to pass. Connor, they set the run up here to the keyhole, all still looking towards turn 4.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great start from Enzo there. Obviously, this restart
Tim
zone being much different before the race starts helps.
Alessandro Tolia and Lockie Hughes going after.
But he's got to pull a gap before this straight here. Let's see if Jack Beaton.
Kaharchik on the outside of the
Think about it in the keyhole too, because Kaharchik got a great run, and now he has already gotten by.
And he's got a toe on Jack.
But now here comes Salvador de Alba. And now he's trying to get around Jack Beaton as well on the outside.
Kaharchik looking unbeaten, trying to go around the outside. Might do a 2-for-1.
Can he get around Fittipaldi? No, he can't. But he gets around Beaton.
But Timmy Kachow is up to second and within range of Fittipaldi.
Well, it's tough here because when you give the tires a chance to just cool down, as we see another great move here down the back straight.
Now look at Niels Colin on the inside of Nolan Aller, filling in for Ricardo Scotto. Seb Murray's right there. Oh, Murray!
Up in the grass. Seb Murray touched the grass. Remember,
Jordan Missig's
he had that frightening crash in the same area last year. This is Niels Colin in the orange, black, and white car, trying to get past Nolan Aller in the green, white, and black car.
And now Jordan Missig gets around Seb Murray.
Behind him.
Nolan Aller's off.
Oh, that's Nolan Aller. He's off from track. And the caution's out.
There's no drive. I've got no drive.
That's brutal.
Go time again from Mid-Ohio.
And now we're back to green at Mid-Ohio. Into Fittipaldi in first. Tim McCarthy second. Jack Beaton third.
Does anybody want to try to make a move up into the keyhole? Great restart again from Fittipaldi.
And look at this. Salvador Alba and Jack Beaton. There's Alessandro Titolio and Mark Hughes. Nikita Johnson and Josh Pearson. James Correa and Max Garcia.
Hughes will have the inside run, and it's back and front here as they head down the longest stretch of track.
And now,
lots of cars side by
Max
side.
Garcia on the inside.
Oh, exactly where we almost
went off track.
The crash that we just watched.
Battling with James Correa.
That was Max Garcia that almost got into the grass.
Josh Pearson on the inside of Nikita Johnson.
In the 29, fighting against Nikita
Garcia
Johnson.
Gets around
Johnson
Correa.
wins that little battle. There's Garcia.
And Johnson gets around Pearson.
Right there in the number 12. Unfortunately, J.M. Correa.
And there's J.M. Correa off the track.
Wheels spinning, not going anywhere
and
with
the
a slight elevation change in that area. Can't tell yet if he's made any contact with anything. And yellow number 3. Time to go again from Mid-Ohio.
And back to green.
Brilliant
Fittipaldi, Kaharchik, Beaton.
It is, Kevin. That is 3 in a row where we've seen Enzo get that jump. Kaharchik also getting a jump on Beaton as we go single file into turn 2.
Nobody peeking this time through the keyhole. Let's see if somebody can set up a run into turn 4. See, Correa got back out on track, but he did lose a lap back in the number 68 car.
And look at Jordan Missig trying on the outside of Josh
the
Pearson.
Here. They know there's not many laps left. 3 wide.
Look at that quick
Max Taylor.
Move by Miles
Niels Colin, Miles Rowe. Rowe gets around Colin. Now Taylor on the outside of Colin. On board with Miles Rowe.
He fell to the back. The 28 Susan G. Colin car is trying to charge back up inside the top 10.
Taylor gets around Colin.
Fittipaldi and on the final lap, pole before today.
Enzo
Fittipaldi He'll start at the point again tomorrow.
It's going to be HMD 1, 2, 3, 4. Enzo Fittipaldi wins race 1 at Mid-Ohio.
For the 3rd time this season and is very much in the championship mix.
How to win the FIFA World Cup on Airbnb?
So here's the race results for race 1 of the Indianapolis Grand Prix Mid-Ohio. Enzo Fittipaldi is your winner. And how about this? HMD Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 4. Tim McCarthy second, Jack Beaton third, and Salvador de Alba fourth. That is just amazing to see. And now the rest of the top 10. Lockie Hughes, Alessandro De Tolio, Nikita Johnson, Max Garcia, Miles Rowe, and Max Taylor. Top 20, Josh Pearson, Jordan Missig, Niels Colin, Matteo Nannini, Seb Murray, Bryce Aaron, Colin Kaminsky, Nicholas Montero, Alexander Kariba, and James Rowe. And the final 4, Carson Eder, James Correa, Nicholas Daddy, and Nolan Aller out from a mechanical issue. And now let's get into our racing news where we start with some big, silly season stuff. After Road America, Meyer Shank Racing confirmed that Felix Rosenqvist, the winner of this year's Indianapolis 500, will not return to the team. Which is obviously some crazy news since he won the Indy 500 this year, which kind of makes you think that he will come back to the team, but he is actually not coming back. IndyCar tested in Mid-Ohio with 14 cars. Kyle Kirkwood was first there. And now let's look at our ratings for Road America. Thanks to the FIFA World Cup, that helped the ratings. That was a big hit. 1.8 million viewers for this year's race at Road America. And basically led by the World Cup aftermath of one of the matches, that had 2.9 million viewers during the first minute of Road America coverage. That is crazy. So, we did get some help from the World Cup, but still, that's good for Fox and the ratings for IndyCar. Meyer Shank Racing's paint scheme for this week, Ozzy Osbourne car returning from Mid-Ohio. And there were some reports that it was not confirmed, but ESPN had some reports saying that Felix Rosenqvist and Scott Dixon were going to Arrow McLaren. So, both those haven't really been confirmed yet. Ray Hall and Lanigan Racing did make an engineering reset for Mick Schumacher. And the biggest news we have gotten here, Chip Ganassi Racing has confirmed that Scott Dixon, a 6-time IndyCar Series champion, will not return to the team next year. That is huge news, as he's been on the team for 25 years. And also, Marcus Armstrong has now gotten a contract extension from Meister Racing, where he will now move for the number 60 car next year. So he will move from the number 66, and he will change to the number 60 car for next year. Stingray Robb was issued a penalty for unapproved engine change. It's a 6-place grid penalty at Mid-Ohio. So he originally started in 14th, but now he has to start in 20th. IndyCar officiating has acknowledged the errant pit lane availability message from a lot of the drivers, including Rossi, Rosenqvist, and Dixon. So there's all the IndyCar news. Looks like there's no Indy Next news, so thank you guys for watching this episode. Next episode is not confirmed yet. For episode 12, for the Bachetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix, I am going to Nashville, the race. So, I do not know what day that I will air this, but I will let you guys know when we do have a date. So, warm-up for IndyCar will be on 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow at FS1, and tune in at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox for the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio, and also at 10 a.m. Eastern on FS1, tune in for Race 2 at the next Grand Prix in Mid-Ohio. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Like I said, no confirmed date for our next episode, so I'll let you guys know when it is in my posts. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy 4th of July. Peace.